Greg, is it? We're just gonna do a little fact check.
Don't you dare hurt
Greg.
Warren.
See if your story
I'm
squares
gonna be really
up.
upset if you hurt Warren.
There's no way I'm talking to you after what your brother... Ugh.
Oh, that...
Shit,
he got
Randall.
the same eye.
Fuck you.
The same
another
Warren's
one, Randall?
same wound. That's really sad. He got hit in the face
Michonne,
too.
mind asking Greg what I asked you?
You can ask her yourself.
Go on now.
I'm not doing that.
Ask
You
him.
do it yourself. I'm not picking your dirty work. Goodness gracious, no.
I'm not doing anything for you.
Well, if that's how you feel. How long you two been running around together?
A, long time. We're old family friends.
That's not how Michonne told it. She said you just met.
Someone's full of shit.
It certainly looks that way.
He's just scared. Leave him be.
The kid's a liar.
Hey!
Okay, let's try again. Michonne,
What?
the one about your people.
What?
You remember, don't you?
Fine, I'll ask him if you'll stop hitting him
Ask
in
him
the face.
yourself.
You're starting to piss me off.
Well, good. Well, you've done that a long time ago, sister.
Damn. That one hurt a little.
How many of you are there?
It's just us. Us four.
Now, Michonne here didn't answer us. So now things have to get a little more interesting.
Great.
Randall, go! Please, I'll tell you whatever you want. Aim that at me. I dare you.
How about I just shoot him?
Randall, think you made your
Oh
point.
my gosh.
Get a towel, Zachary.
Leave him alone, okay? He's just a kid.
Throw him a pity party when we're done. Get the fucking towel.
Yeah, I misclicked the
lying
last
again?
option.
Try to be kind. Try to extend my goddamn hospitality.
He's telling the truth.
You should have done the same when you had the chance.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. You're playing a game by your own rules. It wouldn't have mattered.
God damn it, for fuck's sake, Randall! Norma, please, okay, this isn't working. You're not gonna get what you want this
What
way.
would you
Yeah, they
fucking
say
suggest?
we're dangerous.
A pat
Goodness
on the head and a
gracious.
lollipop?
He's got a point, Randall. You took it too far. Like you always do.
People need a firm hand. You're not gonna get him in line by being soft.
Now, being smart
Yeah,
isn't
but
the same as being
you're gonna
soft,
get a katana to the
Randall.
face by
We're
being-
not gonna get what we need your way. Zachary and I will figure this out. You go below and get the other fella. You make quite the pair of liars. This world just depresses the hell out of me. Zachary, a word in private.
Better a liar than what you guys are.
Are you okay?
Sorry, Warren.
What do you think?
I think she's gonna get a katana to the
Are
face.
they done with us? Or is it gonna get worse? My guess is it's gonna get worse.
Well, maybe they'd stop if you gave them what they want.
I would if I had it! No matter how many times I say it. No one believes me. I can't believe I pissed myself.
I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
Seriously. My little brothers can see me now. I've never done that before.
Getting a gun to your face, being that close to death, I mean, I would probably do the same thing.
I'm not like that. Afraid. Fuck!
I'm not gonna tell anyone what
I have a
happened.
feeling I have to make a choice,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
I have a feeling I have to make a choice between these
Pretty
two.
sure the smell's gonna give it away.
Spend some time with
I knew about the
Sam.
Rotters. I mean, I fought them before, killed them.
Spend some
It's
time
bad.
with Warren.
But people are worse, aren't they?
I have to make a choice.
I didn't know it was this bad. They know what they're doing.
They just don't care.
Not everyone is like these people. I've met others. Folks who don't kill unless they have to.
I wish they were here. I don't know. The thing is I say that about people, but people, family, they're the only reason to live.
What if you don't even have that?
It's so sad.
I left them behind. My daughters. I didn't know. You lie to yourself to live, so you keep going. But when you stop,
I have a soft spot for kids, both
Michonne.
Stagey, and I feel like Michonne does too, considering how she has kids
did
of
they
her
do
own,
to you?
or had kids of
just
her own.
ask questions.
She's had 2 daughters, so I feel like she kind of feels for these two,
Hey, Sam?
these
I
siblings.
haven't seen her.
Shit.
How are we playing this?
Yeah, Michonne. How are we playing this? I'm all ears. Any day now.
I'll get us out of this.
I'll get us out of this.
And I just cannot wait to see how you do that.
Oh, okay. You get to have front row seats, sir.
Take care of this.
Come on. Zachary?
It's me, Pete.
I just have a few questions.
I appreciate that, Sylphwyn. Thank you. Oh, that was... I loved how they did that. I like how they did that cross-examination.
I know
First
just
I gave
where to
my
put you.
answers, and then they put Greg.
What the hell?
Warren.
Jonas! Haven't you got a patient that needs you?
No, you can't just barge in here.
Jonas. See, not everyone here lives in squalor. Jonas and Zachary had the nicest room on the ship. The good doctor deserves it. Gosh, he just works so hard. What is it you do, Zachary? Huh? Besides fuck Jonas.
Okay, fine, Randall,
That's
let's
right.
just...
You do nothing. You cower and you whine because you don't have the balls to do things.
You gonna take that, Zachary?
Yeah, Zachary. You gonna take this?
Stay out of this!
Look at you, showing some backbone.
Look, whatever you're gonna do, Randall...
No, I'm not gonna do shit. Your fucking uselessness stops now. Time to earn your keep. Here. Go on. Get them talking.
Oh, here we go.
Where are the rest of the
This
supplies?
is where we make the choice.
The bags with the ammo!
Hey, shouldn't keep your finger on the trigger.
Don't tell me how to hold a fucking gun!
I don't know, Zachary. Maybe she does know better than you.
Please, no one has to get hurt here.
Shut up!
Just trying to help you.
Okay, then talk.
Yeah, aim that towards me.
Very seriously.
Because the kids don't
Come
have
on!
plot armor. I do. Aim that towards me.
Now!
That's it. Careful. Don't get too close to her now.
Please, we all need to calm down.
Okay, okay.
Just take a deep breath, okay? Talk to us.
I'll stay calm, if you do.
Hey, who's in charge here? You or her? Huh?
The one whose name is on this game, boy. Is your
You want
name on this
answers?
game?
Talk to me.
I didn't think so.
Stop! Stop! Don't move! Sam!
Greg, don't. It's okay.
You think this is okay? Get it together, Zachary! Stop!
We don't have to be enemies. You don't have to do this.
I know.
Last chance, Zachary! Fucking do something!
He's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot.
Stop! Damn it, Zachary! Now who's taking things too far?
I didn't...
Outside, now!
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Warren.
No, Greg.
I'm so sorry.
Sam...
I can't. Oh, we have to get out of these. We have to help him.
Sam...
Oh, God. Greg.
Sure.
Someone's shirt. I could slow down the bleeding.
Ah!
Cut the zip ties. Ah. I don't know if we can stop the bleeding, but we're gonna try. Pick up the shirt.
Oh, please.
We need to lay him down.
Poor Warren. Alright. Use the shirt. Use the shirt. I'm not wasting any
Greg.
time.
Come on, don't do this. Please, don't do this. Think of Alex. You're his hero. What will he do without you?
Not a very good hero.
No, you are. You are, Greg. Please hang on.
Poor guy. Oh.
He's gone.
I'm so sorry.
He's going to turn, Sam.
He's gonna become one of them.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna need your help.
I can't. I just need another second, please. I can't let you go yet. Greg.
I know it looks like your brother, but it's not him. Not anymore.
I just need more time.
We don't have much time, dear. Yeah, we don't have much time.
Greg, please.
Yeah, it goes really fast. I am curious about this, if anyone knows. I actually am curious. Was there any way to save Greg? Was there any way to do it, or is this always going to happen? I feel like no matter what, this is always going to happen. I'm just curious. I do want to know.
I'm so sorry, Greg.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Warren. I tried. I tried to save you. Sorry. There's no way to save Greg. That's so sad. I really like this character. I really liked him a lot. Poor guy. He like peed his pants and everything. I feel so horrible for him.
Fuck!
That felt good. No thanks to you.
What happened to him?
He turned.
Fucking shot him.
Yes.
I didn't mean to.
You think that matters? You
Doesn't
killed
matter.
him.
It was an accident. I swear, okay? I swear. Please, lower. Please lower the gun. I'll explain everything.
We should hear him out.
Why? He's a murderer.
Please.
You're not leaving this room, you son of a bitch. I mean it, Michonne. This bastard killed my brother. You know he has to die.
I like Greg too. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Randall? What are you gonna do? Oh, is that the end? Oh boy. Oh boy. I like how they ended that. That was awesome. Next time on The Walking Dead Michonne.
We all got demons, honey. And I seen some fucked up shit in my time.
Something happened to Sam.
But you're a whole different animal. Caged
Great.
up, just itching to get out. I seen it in your eyes. You're a killer. That's what you do.
You don't know what I can do.
Ooh, a hammer, just like Clementine in season 1. Oh, I bet you that was also on purpose. Did you try to end it? You and 66.8% of players lowered the gun. How did you enter the abandoned ferry? You and 79.2% of players climbed the ladder. Did you ambush Randall in the storeroom? You and 59.6% of players headbutted Randall. Did you sell Greg out to Norma? You and 57.7% of players shared the blame with Greg. Oh, well, that's nice. Did you let Sam shoot Zachary? You and 82.9% of players tried to save Zachary. Wow, I'm surprised that there was so much more people that stopped Sam. That was a hard choice. These choices were tough. It was really tough because I was teetering between. It's hard because I kind of know how Michonne is in the TV show, and I feel like she's a little bit different in the comics. I think that the way I was role-playing Michonne is that I was role-playing her a little bit more towards how she is in the TV show, because I think in the TV show she's a little bit more idealistic, a little bit more optimistic, but still a realist, if that makes sense. So I was leaning more towards the idealism part, and I think that in the comics she's more of a realist than an idealist. So basically in the TV show I feel like she's an idealist but with a realist as a secondary, and in the comics she's a realist primarily but an idealist secondary. I don't know, that's just how I interpret her character in the comics, and I think that while I was playing this game I was more leaning towards the TV show version just because that's what's been fresh on my mind since I haven't been reading the comics lately. So updating comment. But, all right, we'll let the credits go. So, that was a very short and sweet episode. I mean, it's a mini-series, so I was able to get through it in one sitting without having to do, a break in between. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought that the person who portrayed Michonne, the voice actor, was very good. I liked all the responses that she gave. It felt very much true to her character. I like the cast. I like that there are so many people. There's a good variety of people in this show. I'm definitely very scared about the consequences of my actions. Telltale does a really good job of making the characters that you're supposed to hate, they're very quick to get you to hate them. And the characters that you're supposed to love or be sympathetic to, they're pretty quick to get you to invoke those emotions toward these characters. So with people like Randall and Norma, I did not like them at all, and my Michonne was just not having any of that. It was just ridiculous. I felt really bad about Greg. He seemed like a really nice kid. We would have wanted him to stick around a lot more, but alas, he didn't have the plot armor, unfortunately. So the plot seems pretty cool so far. I'm definitely enjoying it and looking forward to the next episode in the series. It's just neat that since I haven't read the comics, I don't know what happens. I mean, I don't know what to expect next out of Michonne personally. So I think that's going to be really interesting. I feel like it would have been nice if my choices... Well, I think a lot of the problem is that many of the choices that we made in this episode, you probably won't see the repercussions for until the next episode or the episode after that. Without thinking about it, I unintentionally sold out my friends on the boat. I didn't intend to do that. It was just, at the time, it seemed like the best thing to respond with. But yeah. So, there was that. And I still find it hysterical that the voice actor who voice acts Jefferson and Elder Maxson from Fallout is yet another horrible, villainous person. That's just... Soon off to Witch Watchers interviews video with first Q&A here. I have trouble getting attached to characters in The Walking Dead now just because of how often people die. Yeah, I understand that. it is something that is a problem with a series like this, is that when you know that any character can just be taken out just like that, you want to get attached to them, but you also don't want to get attached to them because you're afraid of the pain that would be induced if you lost them. So that's what I kind of felt, is like, I like these characters, but it's hard for me to really get attached to them just because I know that any of them could die at any minute. I will say, though, that compared to the season 2, I think that I had an easier time getting attached to these characters more than in Walking Dead, Telltale's Walking Dead season 2, because that was one of my biggest problems with the season 2, is that besides Luke, obviously, I didn't really feel as attached, and I didn't easily warm up to or start to really care about the season 2 characters as much. But in the Michonne Mini Series, I do, I genuinely like Sam, and I thought that during the brief time that we were on the boat with Sadiq and Berto and Oak, I mean, they seemed like really cool guys. And then when I met Sam and Greg, I liked them. I liked them just fine. And then again, everybody just has amazing hair in this show, in this particular series. So that is definitely something that I personally think this series is better at, in my opinion, than season 2. So as I go through the chats, guys, this is the Q&A session, so feel free to ask me anything that you want. You can definitely share your thoughts on this episode and what maybe some of your predictions are for the next episode, or anything you want me to discuss or talk about. Q&A stuff. It doesn't have to have anything to do with The Walking Dead or this series at all. First Aid Kits are great. The song is called Wolf by First Aid Kit. I absolutely love the credit song. More quiet, more chair dancing. My chair is actually a better dancer than me. Thank you, yes, Asher. You may want to consider catching up on the comics before the next episode, because it's likely that this game will have comic spoilers. Oh, and there is a thing in the comic issues that you haven't read that are rather important to this game. Okay, I'll try to... Thank you, Tyrannic, for letting me know that. I'll try to keep that in mind before the next video comes out. I'll try to get my hands on the comics, because I think my brother has them. I hate it when characters are so black and white. I've got to go now. Bye, Harkin. Bye, chat. See ya, Mellow Yellow. Thank you for coming. Did like the new QuickTime keys? I did, actually. I did that. Like, I didn't... It was a subtle difference. I didn't notice it until you pointed that out. So the new QuickTime keys were a pretty good design. It would be nice if they weren't always just Q, 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 E, but I don't think there's much of a way that they can get away from that, because this game is supposed to be able to be used on, I think, iPhones and other things like that, so it's not like the iPhone could change what you're tapping as much, because it has far fewer buttons than on a keyboard, for example. But it's okay. Favorite character for me is Sam. I liked Sam a lot. I think that maybe it's because he died, but I think I like Greg the most, because I don't know, I have a soft spot for he just seemed like so... He was just so vulnerable. I mean, his sister was cool too, don't get me wrong, but I felt worse for Greg. And even before he died, this was before he died, because just putting him in that position where they were, questioning him, and I felt like his fate was in my hands based on how I answered the questions to Norma. And when he peed his pants, I was like, oh. I just wanted to give him a hug. I just felt like I wanted to give him a hug and tell him that I'll be okay, but I knew deep in my heart that I couldn't promise that, and obviously he ends up dying at the end of the episode, so I feel bad for Greg/Warren. You can't be too attached to them, because they just rip them out of you as soon as you start to sympathize with them, and as soon as you feel like, you might see them around, but not so much. I hate that the character screen resolution chats when action scene happens, because it doesn't return. If you notice, it went to widescreen. Oh, I didn't notice that, actually. Didn't have to delete any spoilers today. Good thing everyone is so... Yes, everyone was very well behaved, so thank you very much for not giving the moderators a very easy job today. They are a nice bunch. Yeah, no spoilers at all. This moderating is easy, thanks you guys. I like that there was some representation with Zachary and Logan. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool. But yeah, again, guys, if there's anything else that you want me to talk about, I am open. I'll just stick around to see if there are, and if not, then we can call it a day, and I can get back to editing stuff for my next LP, because that's always fun too. Is it safe to ask about Michonne's children? I'm guessing that is a spoiler. I think it's safe. I admit that I personally don't know enough, it seems, about Michonne's children. I thought she only had one child, and I thought the child that she had was a boy. I thought she had a son. I could be wrong. Maybe they changed that in the comics, or maybe the TV show. At least in the TV show, I thought she mentioned having a son, but I could be wrong, and maybe it's completely different in the comics. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read about that part of her backstory. How's your day been? My day's been great. Today I celebrated my dad's birthday. That's why the live stream started when it did, is because earlier we had lunch with my family, my dad's birthday. We had we went to Ted's Montana Grill, which is a steakhouse that's known for not only serving steaks from beef, but also bison steaks, or bison burgers, or bison pot roast, bison short ribs. I had the short ribs braised to perfection, fall off the bone, so good. And then other than that, I was basically posting videos for the upcoming Dragon Age Season 2 campaign, which several people who actually auditioned for the campaign are here or were here in the live stream, like Sage Fox, for example, and I think the Sylph Wind. Yes, the Sylph Wind is here, so thank you guys for auditioning for that. And some of you went on to the next round, so hopefully now that you guys have started seeing these auditions, you understand my pain that will befall me when I have to make a final decision. And all of the auditions will be up by tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's feedback on that. Sorry, Sakurai. Sorry. I hope that you'll be able to join us. Hopefully you'll be able to join us next time. Not making hard choices about 12 certain people. Angela has 2 daughters in the comics. Okay, she does have 2 daughters in the comics. So that does make sense then. That makes perfect sense. Michonne was divorced and out of town. The apocalypse hit. She never found out what happened to her children. Oh, gotcha. And if I remember correctly, I believe Michonne was a lawyer. I think that's what she was. I feel like she was a lawyer before the apocalypse hit. Is this the only thing you'll be streaming for the moment, or are there any other games you're thinking of streaming? At the moment, that's all I can think of streaming. I like streaming the Telltale games because they are short. The episodes are given in very digestible pieces that I could play through in one sitting within a few hours. And that's why I like to live stream those, because it gives a very natural beginning and end, with each episode. Whereas with other games that are more traditional, that are not episodic, they take a lot longer to play. And, I understand that that's the beauty of live streaming, is you can always start and stop whenever you want. But it's one of those things where if I start live streaming a game, I want to continue live streaming the game, just because it doesn't feel complete. If I started live streaming it, then I need to finish the whole thing live streaming. And that's just like my personal mentality. And live streaming is tiring. It's exhausting. And if a game is, if you take a game like Inquisition, for example, or Mass Effect, if I had to live stream the whole thing, it just would be really hard for me. It would be really tough. And I could live stream something shorter, like I could have live streamed Undertale, for example. But even then, Undertale is anything that takes longer than 3 hours would be hard for me personally. And that's why I like live streaming games like The Walking Dead, episodic games, and things of that nature. If there was another games like The Life is Strange, I could live stream that too. So, yep. So that's the reason. One son in the TV show, they changed her backstory. So the TV show, they did change her backstory. Okay, that's interesting. I'm wondering why they decided that. Hey, Riken Man. Hey, Kevin. That's right, Kevin is here. I saw Kevin here earlier. So Kevin is definitely another person who not only auditioned but made it to the next round. So thanks for hanging out with me, Kevin. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to audition. You're very welcome, Sylph. Sadly, it's time to go and trim my beard. Oh, Asher. Well, you know I love you, Asher. I will see you next time, hopefully. Angel Outs, out of the 3 romances from DAI you experienced, who do you like the best? Please list them 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm only halfway through Cullen's, but I'm already going to say that Cullen's my favorite. Without even seeing the rest of his romance, I already think Cullen is my number 1. Dorian is my number 2. And the Iron Bull is my number 3. However, I have a feeling that if I played through Cassandra's romance, I just have a deep feeling that Cassandra would probably be number 2 for me, the number 2 romance, because I just love her character, and I just love the dynamics that she has with your Inquisitor, even if you're a close friend and not more than just close friends, that I feel like having a romance with her, a full-out romance with her, would be so fulfilling, and the way that her character is, it would just not be... It would be a very entertaining and amusing romance, I think, just because of who she is as a person and how much she loves her romantic novels, her smutty literature, her smutty romantic novels. I have a feeling that she would probably be my second favorite romance next to Cullen once I get to her romance. So, that's just my prediction. Yep, Michonne was a lawyer. Thank you, Tyranniac. Telltale said Minecraft Story Mode 5 will be up this month. Oh, well, which I'm excited for. I definitely would like to finish that series so we can move on to another one, because it has been a while since the last Minecraft episode. More confusion with the name Petra for me. Hark, there is one specific thing from the comic issues you're not caught up that would be good to know for future episodes of this game. It's not a huge spoiler, but it's very relevant to the game. Would you like to know it, or is that something you don't want? I'm okay with you telling me, Tyranniac, because I don't know how soon I'll be able to get my hands on the comic. So if you want to tell me just enough so that I know what I need to know without giving too many details, so that when I do read the comics I might get the details, I might get the details then, I'm okay with that, personally. Or if you don't want, or if you'd rather that I try to get my hands on the comic, then you could just not tell me. I'll leave that up to you. I'm not going to tell you no. Colin's romance is so adorable. I agree. Blackwall is my BA. I've seen Blackwall's romance, and I think it's fine. It's not my favorite, but I think it's fine. And I definitely see the appeal for the people who enjoy his romance. I expected to enjoy Cassandra's romance a lot because her character is really cool, but it disappointed me. Oh, really? Oh, well, I haven't seen it, so that's too bad. That's too bad. I love the Cullen romance, but my heart belongs to Solus. Oh yeah, Solus's romance I definitely want to see more of, too. I've seen some of it, honestly. I've seen parts of the Solus romance. Has zombie in water ever happened in TV or other comics, or is this just Telltale's doing? I have not seen an all-out zombie fight with zombies in a body of water, not like a lake or a river, but I believe it's season 2 of the Walking Dead TV show where there was something with a zombie in water. For those of you who've watched season 2 of The Walking Dead on TV, you probably know which zombie I'm talking about. And that was a very creative, foul zombie in that scene. Super foul and creative. Okay, so without details, the thing you should know is that Michonne is in a relationship already. Won't spoil anything about who. Okay, well I knew that Michonne gets into a relationship in the comic series. I didn't know if she moved on to another relationship after that. So I am aware of the first relationship that she gets into that develops in the comics. So, and then of course, things I think deviated a little bit in the TV show when it comes to Michonne and her relationships. So, poor Kenny missed out on the boat community. Oh yeah, that's true. Angel Lars, what character from the comics do you want to see in a Telltale series? What about Rick Grimes? I love Rick Grimes, but honestly, if there was a character from the Walking Dead TV show that I would want to see, and I feel like this is such a cop-out answer, because I feel like this is the answer that most TV show fans would give, but I'm on the same boat. Daryl. I would love to see Daryl Dixon in a Walking Dead game, which I think actually works, because some people might say, but wait a minute, Daryl doesn't exist in the comics. He doesn't exist in the comic book series. And I'm like, that's why I want him to be in a Telltale Games, because this is the way they can introduce Daryl into the comic book universe. So, you know, the Daryl Dixon in the comic book universe can be completely different, obviously, than the Daryl Dixon in the TV show. And maybe, just maybe, through the video game, that's how they'll introduce his character into the comic book series. And then maybe if that goes well, Daryl Dixon can finally appear properly in the actual comics, in the actual graphic novels. That's just what I'm thinking. It would be really cool if Norman Reedus himself also, you know, voice acted. If they were able to get Norman to voice act for that series. I would love a Daryl Dixon miniseries. Pipe dream of mine, I think. Rick Grimes. Is that like The Walking Dead with werewolves and stuff? Rick Grimes. I do love Rick, though. I do love Rick. I think I like Rick. I haven't decided if I like Rick better in the TV show than in the comics. It depends. It depends. I'm not a huge Rick-tator fan when Rick gets into his like dictatorship mode. I like the softer side of Rick Grimes, and he fluctuates. Sometimes Rick is like super renegade, more so for my taste, and sometimes he eases that down a bit. I feel like Daryl does a better job of balancing the two. Balancing his softer side with his hardened side, which is why I think between the two characters I appreciate Daryl more than I do Rick, but I still love Rick as a character nevertheless. Sorry Tom West, sorry, this is a very short game. I'm sorry that you didn't make it in time. Norman has a voice character in games, has voiced his character in games before. Oh, that's really cool. I know that he was supposed to voice act, and they modeled him for the main character in the Silent Hill. It was supposed to be the next Silent Hill game, but then it got canceled, and that was really disappointing. So, but yeah, so why not? Maybe Norman Reedus will voice act in a Telltale game, and then he can secretly sit in on one of my live streams, and I can like go completely gaga over him when he appears. But hopefully that'll happen around the time that Scott Porter does. Game recommendations. Oxenfree has Telltale style dialogue choices and interesting story and characters. Oxenfree. Alright, I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Tyranniac. PT, Silent Hills. Yes, that's right, PT. That's right. Rest in peace. Okay. So, anyone else? If anyone else has anything they want me to talk about or answer, go right ahead. Otherwise, you know, then you can forever hold your peace. Anyone? Going once, going twice. Okay, alright. So, alright. Would love to know where he got his crossbow from. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. My apologies for those of you who came in late and just totally missed it. Thank you again to my moderators. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next live stream. It probably is going to end up being the Minecraft one. So that would be really cool. Good night, Sylphwyn. And just to say goodbye, especially to Asilla, Sage Fox 100, Tom West 114, Tyranniac, Agent Tima Java, Aiko Niwa, Amorex 71, Cool Punny 5890, Crown V, hey Crown V, Dranbon, Fuzzu Fuzuki, I Fall Into Fantasy, J Hammock the Orc, Lola 172, Riken Man, Shida, Shorty in California, Shix5, Surprise Sam 23, The Sylphwind, and Vince Rules. Thank you guys for staying with me until the very end. It's always great to have you guys, and I will talk to you next time. So until then, everybody, love yourselves and love each other. Bye!